truth bombs about life insurance from the carrier side and the agent side essentially right now. So hopefully I don't screw this up, but let's get at it real quick. What is the one thing we want to protect the most in our lives? Our families, right? What is the best way to try to protect our families financially? It's life insurance. But life insurance feels like an absolute trap. Why? It doesn't need to be a trap. I'll tell you why it feels like a trap. Because everybody's out here selling, trying to make commissions. Nobody really cares about the family that's going to be picking up the pieces and needing that financial boost when the breadwinner or whoever dies in the family. Right now, there are so many tactics going on from carriers and mostly agents, especially social media and online. This whole life insurance game has changed. Even from pre-COVID, it's changed. There's no more handshakes. There's no more pens, papers. It's all online. Everything is automated. Everything is easy. And what's happening right now is because the life insurance industry is lucrative. There are a bunch of scumbags who go get their license. They pop up for 6 months. They sell a few policies and then it's too hard for them and they leave. Please listen to this statistic. 2% of life insurance professionals ever actually become successful at their jobs, meaning they have a lasting career. This means if you call a random ad or you click on something, you have a 98% shot at not talking to that person in 6 months. Please, if you're going to purchase life insurance, have somebody credible. Check credentials. Look at reviews. We've got hundreds of reviews for our clients to look at before we get on the phone and all. Like, we want to make sure you feel comfortable protecting your family properly. My name is Mike DeSecco. I own Timeless Protection. I'm the founder of We Protect Veterans. I've been in this life insurance game for a long, long time. I'm at the very top of it. I've got a whole little thing of awards back here. I don't care about any of that stuff. What I care about is that the families of veterans, consumers, first responders, hardworking, everyday human beings like myself don't get screwed over at the end of the day by verbiage from a carrier, by scumbag agents not really caring about what to do. So I'm about to blow up this sales tactics or corny sales pitches, whatever you want to say, and I'm going to warn you guys things to look for, educate you, because here's the thing. You don't need to sell if you educate. Life insurance is confusing. All of these carriers try to confuse us. That's all they do. So if you've ever felt pressured before, if you've ever had someone calling your phone 5,000 times to try to sell you something, if you've ever heard the gold, silver, bronze package, please let us check your policies. My team and I go through policies every week. We save people thousands and thousands of dollars because of all the idiots out here writing life insurance policies. And granted, maybe it's just inexperience. Not everybody out here is a bad person, but why do you think people hate shopping for life insurance? Because they're always misled. They're always pushed. They're always pressured. Then what happens is they go pick up the coffee table, ad like the AARP or Colonial Penn or Globe Life, all 2-year waiting periods, all increasing term policies, coverages you don't want, but they're so easy to take out. You just do it because you don't have to talk to the sleazebag salesperson. I promise you, if you work with the right people, you do not need to go down that path, and you can actually have peace of mind knowing you're not overpaying for your coverage and your family is actually protected the proper way. Understand insurance. It's important. Do you have endless funds in the bank? I know I don't. I've got 2 stepsons, 2 of my own sons, and a 9-month-old daughter. I'm married. I'm the financial backbone of my family, and I don't have endless funds in the bank. We're on a tight budget. All the more reason to have a solid, rock solid life insurance policy. All right, so let's get into this. So the days of your life insurance guy walking around neighborhoods picking up premiums is just over, right? There are ads everywhere. Ethos, Policy Genius, Select Quote, like you name it, everything is at your fingertips. Here's the thing. If you're searching for quotes and you're looking at quotes, but you don't have an insurance license, it's not going to look the same. What I see and what you see when it comes to pricing and carriers and quotes is totally different. Think about it like this. If you're sick and you walk into a drugstore, you have the ability to go get anything, over the counter to help you feel better. Behind that counter is the good stuff, the good stuff, right? It needs to be prescribed. Somebody with a license, a degree, whatever the heck it is, can give you that, medicine to make you feel better. It's kind of the same with life insurance. A licensed professional has the key to all of the lowest rates, the best carriers. Now there's captive carriers, there's independent, there's broker brokers, whatever you want to say. I know people hate the word broker, but brokers are the best people to buy off of, because if you've had health conditions, if you've had certain things happen to you, if they're good, they're the ones that are going to find you the best available coverage. And when you're shopping for life insurance, unless you're fully confident in the person that you're on the phone with, get 2, 3, 4 different opinions. I'm telling you, jumping into the first life insurance policy, wrong. 83% of Americans would consider or want to buy life insurance, but they want to understand it more. 83%. That's the whole damn population. So, what is the most common thing we see from the carrier side? We'll go carrier first, and then we'll go agent. So, carrier side, instant approvals, right? Guaranteed acceptance. Oh, no matter what, you're approved. No medical exams, no medical questions, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? If you don't answer a health question and the insurance carrier doesn't know if you're terminally ill or a personal trainer, what are they going to do? They're going to protect themselves. Gap of no coverage. Guaranteed. Anytime you hear the word guaranteed in the world of insurance, it has a catch. Always. Think about it like this. You and I, we open up an auto insurance company and we guarantee everybody coverage. Everybody from the woodworks, reckless drivings, DUIs, vehicular manslaughters, they're going to come get coverage from us. How are we going to guarantee we don't go broke? Well, we're not going to pay any accident claims in the first 2 years. It's that simple, right? You guys tell people you have 20 grand in whole life, and then they get the paperwork and they've got 10 grand in whole life. My face is in your building too. You've got AAA is okay if you have a membership, and then you've got Physicians Mutual, you've got, bankers, you've got Lincoln Heritage. Anybody that you see in the mail, on TV, or in a credit union, instant approval, turn and run. Find a trusted professional to help educate you and walk you through this. Number 2, your bait and switch quotes. Hey, get your free quote. Hey, click on this button so I can sell your information. Any ad you see that has a coverage and a cost, how do they know how old you are? How do they know your gender, your weight, your health? They don't. So how the heck can they give you a price? You're scrolling, right? Did they ask you any questions? Oh, $250K for $100 a month? That sounds great. You're 78 years old with COPD. Why? Why do that to yourself? All they're doing, you're clicking on their ad, you're filling out their information, they're selling that info to a bunch of sales reps, or I call them idiots with insurance licenses. And listen, when I first started, I was probably one of those idiots. But I have learned over time to hold a standard, to do the right thing, to make sure these families are protected properly. We don't even care about selling insurance here. All we care about is that our people, our veterans, our first responders, our moms, our dads, our sisters, brothers, they know the pitfalls in this industry because they're getting bad. How many of you have gone through a death or whatever it may be, a claim with an insurance company, and something's just off, or they don't want to pay, or there's this loophole or that loophole? No, this doesn't happen to our clients. Why? Because we know the fine print and we're not going to keep letting it happen. So the bait and switch get quote stuff, it all just leads to madness. Relentless phone calls, relentless salespeople reading off of a script who aren't going to be here in 6 months. Be careful. If you could get them on the phone with you without clickbait, you wouldn't have to fight through objections. You wouldn't have to hear, I'm not interested all the time, or you wouldn't have to hear, I already took care of it all the time. We don't hear that here. Why? Because we don't lie in our ads. We don't give a cost and a coverage. We just say the insurance market is very confusing. We want to educate you guys, show you the best available life insurance. We've got access to everybody. At that point, it's up to you. Then we know you're not going to get screwed or overpay for your coverage. So we've got agents. Let's just talk about the veteran space right now. The veteran life insurance space is flooded, saturated. It's crazy. It's a feeding frenzy. The VA launched life insurance 3 years ago. Since that date, every single life insurance professional in the country is marketing to veterans right now. Now, we were here years before any of these crazy people working with veterans, educating them on SGLI, VGLI, SDVI, VMLI, and now the new plan, VA Life. And these people right now, these guys, they're buying your names and they're putting VA benefits in their caller ID, or they're saying that they work for the VA, or they sell life insurance through the VA, or they're affiliate. The VA has no such thing. There are no life insurance reps at the VA, period. did. They offer a new plan, whole life, 2-year wait, whole nother video. That's why I founded We Protect Vets. We've saved over $10 million for veterans in the last 4 years. Now, he gave us this cost. The cost was half the amount of coverage he was saying. Here's what he did. Oh, ma'am, you have $20,000 in coverage. X amount of dollars. I looked at $10,000 in coverage. It was the exact amount she gave me. I already knew the carrier. What they're doing is they're telling you double the amount of coverage because it's an accidental death rider. If you die of an accident, it will pay double. But if you die of a heart attack, you're going to get half of what you think the policy is. These men and women out here who are either just too incompetent, led by big-time scumbags, these men and women out here, whether they're inexperienced or their leadership is just a bunch of, commission-hungry scumbags, they're really hurting people. And this is why right now I'm not afraid. I have the credibility in the insurance industry to say my piece. I'm not going to take advice from anybody who does, shoddy numbers. We have put up huge numbers in my agency over the last couple years, and our persistency is over 90%, which is pretty much unheard of in the life insurance space because we don't get into applications if the person doesn't want the coverage. Here's another thing you're going to hear from the agent side. Oh, well, we're pre-approved, but I've got to get the answer from the carrier. The carrier is going to make the final decision here. We need to get your banking and beneficiaries and submit for coverage, and then we'll figure this out in 2 or 3 business days. They already know you're approved. They're just submitting so that they can get paid.